Hello folks, welcome to our first drawing review. Basically, what that means is in the background there's going to be a time-lapse drawing piece relating to the topic, and I will be going over my thoughts and feelings about new cartoon movies and shows that are releasing. So strap in and enjoy. So today we're going to be focusing on Hilda and the Mountain King. I'm going to be starting off with some thumbnails here, just to get an idea of where I want everything within the drawing. For those who don't know, Hilda is a very comfortable show. It's very cozy. The visuals are stunning, the characters are charming, and the world is fascinating to explore. I highly recommend this show to anyone who hasn't already watched this, because it is just amazing. It's just a cute show. It's definitely aimed for a younger audience, but honestly, anyone could get enjoyment from this show. The show focuses on a young girl named Hilda, as she moves from the country to the big city. She has a wild heart and a deep kindness for woodland creatures, and the show focuses on her misadventures through the city and the wilderness as she explores the world around her. The end of Season 2 left off with a very large cliffhanger. This was not the sort of writing that the show was known for. While elements of past episodes usually did pop up throughout the series, episodes themselves usually were self-contained. The season finale was the exception. Because it left such a cliffhanger, we all knew that there was more to come, and it led to a lot of excitement within the community. Or, at least within me. So what happened? What was this cliffhanger? This is where I'm going to step into spoilers for the show. So if you have not seen Season 2 of Hilda, I highly recommend it. Season 2 ends with Hilda and her mom escaping from the mountain and returning home. Her mom tucks her into bed and they both go to sleep. Hilda wakes up the next morning back in the troll cave, but she's not in her body. She has become a troll. And back at the loft, Joanna finds a baby troll in Hilda's bed. The Hilda movie released on Netflix on December 30th, 2021. It follows directly after the Season 2 finale with Hilda as a troll. The movie follows Hilda as she explores troll culture and their home, while she is simultaneously trying to escape and return to her home in Trollberg. Throughout the movie, Hilda is faced with emotional barriers on top of her physical ones, regarding her feelings for freedom of becoming a troll, as well as her feelings for losing her mom. She's always been very adventurous, so it wasn't too surprising that she liked certain aspects of troll life. You can see her emotions and how divided she feels. She feels utterly lost and confused. The movie does a great job of representing this internal struggle as Hilda tries to find herself amongst all the confusion. She starts to come to terms with who she is, which is something we've been watching her struggle with throughout the seasons. She has always been torn between the part of her that loves Trollberg and the part of her that loves adventure and freedom in the wilderness. The thing that surprised me was the emotions shown through the characters in the movie. I could feel the pain and sadness from the characters due to the separation. It felt shockingly real for the show. The actions and feelings that they displayed felt like real feelings that could happen to people if they were experiencing these situations. And it was nice to see. Hilda was not exactly an emotional show. It was a very cozy show, very comfortable. So there were not a lot of strong emotions in the series. The series was always better about giving subtle signs of emotions, but somehow the movie hit differently. The emotions somehow felt more real, they felt deeper, especially from the emotions of Hilda and her mother Joanna, as they're separated from each other. Now, of course, like every form of media, I do have my few gripes regarding the show, and I am going to talk about those. The main thing that I kept wishing for was that there was more. I wanted more grandiosis and more completion of certain things. For example, I wanted more of the beloved side characters to play a role in this story. The show had a lot of side characters with very compelling stories and personalities, and it would have been interesting to see how they would have played their role within this story. I mean, even David and Frida didn't feel like they were utilized to their fullest capacity. The movie focuses more on Hilda and her mom and their struggles as they find each other, which isn't inherently bad. I just personally wanted more of these side characters, since they did spend so much time throughout the series exploring them. This is just my personal take. And it doesn't mean that the characters involved were executed poorly, it's just that I personally wanted more. I wanted more characters involved, I wanted more characters doing things, but that's not what this story is about, and that's okay. The thing that mattered was Hilda's story, and I felt like her story was very well rounded out. It was very satisfying to watch her overcome these challenges, and it was really satisfying to come to her own conclusion with who she is as well as the world around her. I also felt myself hoping for higher stakes and a bigger climax. But honestly, that's just the action movie in me talking. I saw the promo poster and the intro animation and was extremely excited for the movie. But that did lead to slight disappointment on my end because I thought it was going to be something that it was never going to be. I have to remember that this show was never that dramatic or intense. It's more of a soft show. It's a very comforting show. And I should have remembered the source material more because the movie is more of a continuation of the season finale rather than a standalone movie. The movie is very appropriate for the series Hilda. The ending was extremely satisfying and made complete sense for this world. Hilda has always been a show about learning to understand other people and creatures and their point of view. It's been about finding a peaceful solution between problems and between people. And this movie does an excellent job of depicting that to the point where Hilda is literally walking in the shoes of a troll. She's literally seeing their point of view firsthand. And this movie does a really good job of depicting how that affects Hilda as well as how it affects the people around her. Overall, this movie had a beautiful end to this lovely show. So if we don't get a third season, this is a great ending for the show. It was compelling, it was beautiful, and it was surprisingly emotional at times. And it's definitely worth the watch. Hilda will always hold a special place in my heart. Even though I do have a few problems with the movie, it's still a wonderful story, masterfully made, and I absolutely love this show. Alright, that's it. That's my review for Hilda. Unfortunately, the drawing that I was making, I did not record the last bit of my drawing. I do apologize, but here is the final piece for y'all. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more videos.